It's been over 20 years since Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban first hit theaters, yet one moment from the film continues to make even the most devoted fans cringe. The third installment of the beloved fantasy series marked a tonal shift for the franchise, darker, moodier, and more introspective than its predecessors. Directed by Alfonso Cuarón, it's widely regarded as one of the strongest entries in the Harry Potter canon. However, even a masterful filmmaker couldn't save one notoriously awkward scene: Harry's emotional breakdown in Hogsmeade. A coming-of-age classic with one misstep. Released in 2004, Prisoner of Azkaban represented a major evolution for the franchise. Gone were the soft golden hues and innocent wonder of Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. Instead, Cuarón drenched the world of Hogwarts in stormy grays and tense silences, perfectly mirroring the inner turmoil of its young heroes. This was the film where Harry Potter truly grew up, or at least began to. That transition, though, wasn't without its growing pains. One scene in particular stands out for all the wrong reasons. When Harry learns from Professor McGonagall that Sirius Black betrayed his parents, he storms out to Hogsmeade, where his friends finally find him. Overcome with emotion, Harry screams that Sirius was their friend, while Daniel Radcliffe delivers what was clearly intended to be a moment of raw heartbreak. Instead, the result is unintentionally comedic, a strange mixture of shallow tears, awkward pacing, and a performance that feels oddly disconnected from the powerful revelation it's meant to convey. The scene that fell flat. There's no denying that the emotional weight of the moment was real on paper. Harry's entire understanding of his past collapses in an instant, and his anger is justified. Unfortunately, the execution falls short. Radcliffe's acting, still maturing at the time, misses the mark, his sobs sounding more like stifled laughter than genuine despair. Hermione and Ron's silent, unmoving reactions only amplify the discomfort, leaving the audience with a sense of secondhand embarrassment rather than empathy. While the scene was likely meant to showcase Harry's unraveling sense of control, it instead exposes the limitations of a young cast still developing their craft. It's a rare stumble in an otherwise beautifully acted film that gave us unforgettable moments like Hermione's punch to Draco and Sirius Black's unforgettable "I did my waiting." 12 years of it. In Azkaban. Harry Potter, the awkward chosen one. In retrospect, the Hogsmeade meltdown fits into a broader pattern: Harry's consistent awkwardness throughout the series. For a protagonist burdened with such extraordinary destiny, he often comes across as hesitant, uncomfortable, and emotionally stunted. This isn't entirely a flaw, it's a reflection of the trauma he's endured since childhood. But on screen, that internal struggle sometimes manifests as stiffness or lack of chemistry, particularly in his interactions with Ginny Weasley. In J.K. Rowling's books, Harry is sarcastic, sharp, and deeply introspective. His emotional volatility feels authentic and human. The films, by contrast, often strip away that complexity, reducing him to a moody teen caught between destiny and discomfort. Daniel Radcliffe deserves more credit. It's easy to mock the infamous scene 2 decades later, but Radcliffe's performance in the larger context of his career deserves more appreciation. At just 14 years old during filming, he was tasked with conveying unimaginable grief while carrying one of the most anticipated movies of its time. Since then, Radcliffe has more than proven his range, taking on roles as varied as a Victorian widower in The Woman in Black, reanimated assistant in Victor Frankenstein, and a comedic version of Weird Al Yankovic in Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. His stage performances in Equus and Merrily We Roll Along have further cemented him as a fearless and versatile actor. Looking back, Harry's clumsy emotional breakdown in Prisoner of Azkaban feels less like a failure and more like a snapshot of transition, for both the character and the actor playing him. The boy who lived was still learning how to feel, and so was the young performer tasked with bringing him to life. A cringe that's become iconic. Despite its flaws, the Hogsmeade outburst has achieved a strange kind of immortality. It's become a favorite among fans who affectionately poke fun at the scene, often turning it into memes and nostalgic rewatches. For all its awkwardness, It's a moment that reminds viewers how far both Harry Potter and Daniel Radcliffe have come since those early days of emotional confusion. After all, even wizards have growing pains.